Alaskan reindeer dog. The reindeer dog is an Alaskan hot dog where the sausage blends reindeer meat with pork or beef and is topped with grilled Coca-Cola glazed onions. After Anchorage's most famous reindeer dog vendor passed away in 2016, the hype died down a bit, but you can still find street vendors selling them downtown. The Alaskan dog has even made it to warmer cities like Denver and Portland, where some vendors make it Seattle style by adding a layer of cream cheese on it with a caulking gun. Los Angeles Danger Dog. This bacon-wrapped dog is sold by late-night street vendors across LA. It's grilled on a cart, topped with caramelized onions, peppers, and jalapenos, and a favorite after a night hangout. Health inspectors call them danger dogs, since many vendors operate without licenses and on makeshift grills. But locals love them for their smoky flavor and affordable price. In Chicago, there's a variation of the danger called the franchise, where the hot dog is filled with cheese before being deep-fried. Hawaiian puka dog. Hawaii's puka dogs are inserted into a toasted bun with a hole poked in one end. Cookers use special toasters to cook the inside of the bread, and they're often loaded with garlic lemon sauce, topical relishes, and spicy Hawaiian mustard. The puka dog was invented in 2000 by a Swiss immigrant who sold hot dogs to passers-by trying to attract customers to her art gallery. But her hot dogs were far more successful than her art, so she eventually pivoted and created the hookah dog concept. Chicago-style hot dog. The Chicago dog features a Vienna beef sausage and a poppy seed bun, and vendors must follow a strict layering order of fresh toppings, starting with mustard, followed by Chicago-style relish, onions, sport peppers, sliced tomatoes, a pickle spear, and celery salt. Adding or asking for ketchup is forbidden, and most joints don't even stock it.
Nobody puts ketchup on a hot dog.
The all-beef Frankfurter came from German immigrants, but the toppings variety developed in Chicago. Today, the Chicago area has more hot dog stands than McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King locations combined. DC's half-smoked hot dog. A half-smoke is bigger, spicier, and has a chunkier meat texture than a regular hot dog. The sausage is often half pork and half beef, which might explain the name. It's served with herbs, onion, and chili sauce. And famous diners like President Obama and Dave Chappelle loved the DC dish, which accelerated its popularity. The Georgia Scrambled Dog. A scrambled dog is essentially a hot dog served in a banana split style dish. Then it's scrambled and mixed with chili, diced onions, shredded cheese, pickles, and topped with oyster crackers. It's usually served with plenty of napkins and a drink on the side. The earliest roots of this dish go back to Firm Robert's cigar stand turned diner on Broadway as early as 1908. Philly Combo. Created in 1895, this is a combination of a hot dog, fish cake, and pepper hash. Likely inspired by surf and turf, a dish that combines seafood with meat. The dish evolved over the years as local eateries added their own spins, but today it is mostly ordered by older folks. Dodger Dog. Sold at Dodger Stadium since the 1960s, this 10-inch pork frank is either steamed or grilled and served on a simple white bun. It became an icon of LA baseball culture, with millions sold each season. Some fans even credit the Dodger Dog with sparking the modern craze for oversized stadium snacks. Corn Dog. The origins of the corn dogs are still debated, but the battered sausage likely started to be put on sticks in fairs and carnivals around the 1940s. Many variations exist around the world. In Japan, the equivalent food is usually called an American dog, and in South Korea it became one of the most popular street foods and is often coated with extra toppings. Seattle Bagel Dogs. In 1989 Seattle, a vegetarian food vendor from Ohio named Hadley Long gave in to late-night demand for meat by adding hot dogs to his existing bagels with cream cheese. He essentially created a bagel-wrapped hot dog smothered in cream cheese, and his idea was so successful that he soon renamed his cart to Hadley's Bagel Dogs. They became a staple during the 1990s and remain a go-to late-night snack and stadium fare. KC Reuben Dog, a Kansas City spin that merges a hot dog with the flavors of a Reuben sandwich. It's topped with sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, Thousand Island dressing, and sometimes corned beef. Idaho Hot Dog. The Idaho hot dog, or Idaho Super Tuber, is a skinless hot dog baked inside a hollowed-out potato instead of a bun. It's often topped with sour cream, chives, crispy bacon bits, shredded cheese, and cracked black pepper, essentially a loaded baked potato with a sausage hidden inside. It was created due to Idaho's love for potatoes. Sonoran Dog. The Sonoran Dog originated in Mexico but became widely popular in Arizona in the 1980s. This bacon-wrapped hot dog is grilled until crisp and stuffed into a soft bolillo bun. It's then piled high with pinto beans, chopped tomatoes, grilled onions, fresh salsa, guacamole, cheese, and a variety of other condiments. You'll find them everywhere in southern Arizona, especially in Tucson, where entire food trucks and stands are dedicated to it. Texas Tommy. The Texas Tommy was invented in Pennsylvania in the 1940s. The origin of the name is unclear, but it might have come from the East Coast trend of branding hot dogs as Texan in the 1950s. To make it, a hot dog is sliced lengthwise, stuffed with cheese, wrapped in bacon, and cooked until crisp. Some versions even add macaroni on top. The Italian hot dog. Invented in the 1930s at Jim Buff's in New Jersey, this style swaps the regular bun for a thick Italian roll or pizza bread. A beef sausage is placed inside and topped with a combination of fried bell peppers, onions, and potatoes. Only a handful of spots still serve what locals consider authentic Italian dogs. Cincinnati Skyline Chili Dog. Cincinnati's hot dogs stand out due to their Skyline chili topping, brought to the US by a Greek immigrant in the 1940s. The sauce is flavored with cinnamon, cloves, and a secret ingredient, then buried under a mountain of shredded cheddar cheese and finished with diced onions. Locals are divided on whether it's real chili, but either way, it's one of Ohio's most famous foods. Tony Paco's dog. Tony Paco's in Toledo, Ohio made its name during the Great Depression with its Hungarian-style hot dog. Served in a Hungarian-style bun, the sausage is topped with chili sauce, mustard, onions, and shredded cheese. The restaurant became nationally famous after being mentioned on MASH, and is known for its walls lined with autographed hot dog buns from celebrities. Cleveland Polish Boy. The Polish Boy originated in Cleveland, Ohio, starting with a Polish sausage piled high with coleslaw, french fries, and barbecue sauce. Cleveland restaurants have their own twists on the dish, and Chef Michael Simon called the Polish Boy the best thing he ever ate on the Food Network, where he featured SETI's Polish Boys on the show. Maine Red Snappers. In the early 1900s, Maine sausage makers dyed their hot dogs bright red to stand out from other hot dogs. The natural casings give them a signature snap when you bite in, which locals love. They're traditionally served in top-split New England buns, often buttered and toasted, alongside potato salad or New England's Humpty Dumpty chips. Japa Dog, an Asian-style hot dog that was popularized in Canada and along the US West Coast in the early 2000s by a small chain of food stands called Japa Dog. It combines the hot dog with Asian ingredients like teriyaki sauce, Japanese mayo, shredded seaweed, and even fried noodles. This style isn't as popular today but remains a niche favorite, and has inspired similar fusion hot dogs in America. Hudson Valley Mini Dogs. In New York's Hudson Valley, a popular local chain sells bite-sized mini hot dogs. The 3-inch mini franks are served on specially made miniature buns baked just for them, often topped with chili and raw onions. Locals order them by the tray, often downing 4 or 5 in one sitting. Carolina style. In North Carolina, bright red hot dogs are a local specialty, made from a pork and beef mix with a soft texture and slightly sweeter flavor than a regular hot dog. The common way to serve them is with a load of creamy coleslaw on top, a spicy beef chili, and a drizzle of mustard. Rutt's Hut Ripper. Rutt's Hut in Clifton, New Jersey became famous for deep-fried hot dogs, known as rippers because their casings rip open during hot oil frying. The result is a crisper texture loved by locals. Opened in 1928, it remains a pilgrimage spot for hot dog fans, and has been crowned America's best hot dog by multiple food shows. Fans often top their rippers with Rutt's signature relish, a tangy sweet blend of cabbage, carrots, and spices.